Hey guys, what is going on? This is Wrestlelamia, back with another episode. It's time for the 2022 edition of AEW All Out, with 15 matches booked for the show. Join us now as Wrestlelamia recaps the show and looks at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. AAA World Mixed Tag Team Championship, Sammy Guevara and Ty Mello defend against Ruby Soho and Ortiz. You can never go wrong with a golf cart spot, and Sammy runs for his life before being hit. Ruby and Ortiz show good teamwork, but Mr. and Mrs. Mello win the match thanks to some outside interference from Anna Jay. Your winners and still champions, Sammy Guevara and Ty Mello. FTW Championship match, Hook defends against Angelo Parker. Parker targets Hook's eye after he lands a sucker punch. This one's a slugfest, but Hook retains after sinking in the red rum. Your winner by submission and still FTW champion, Hook. Matt Menard runs in, ambushing Hook. However, Action Bronson runs in from the crowd and saves Hook from a 2-on-1 beatdown. AEW All-Atlantic Championship match, Pac defends against Kip Sabian. Pac and Sabian put on the proverbial clinic, exchanging high-flying moves and classic mat moves. Pac gets the Duke after landing the Black Arrow for the cover. Your winner and still champion, Pac. Pac is being interviewed by Tony Schiavone when Orange Cassidy shows up. Pac dismisses OC, calling him a joke and telling him he needs to go to the back of the line. Tomohiro Ishii versus Eddie Kingston. If you're looking for a classic Japanese strong-style shootout, this one is for you. Plenty of hard-hitting shots as Kingston is able to deliver the Northern Lights bomb, covering Tomohiro for the win. Your winner, Eddie Kingston. On to the main show, the Casino Ladder match, where the winner receives an AEW World Heavyweight Championship match. Although anyone can win the match before the other competitors enter, no one is able to secure the giant casino chip at the top of the ladder. The Joker is announced as several masked men enter the match. The masked men tip over the ladder. Another masked man grabs the casino chip. It's Stokely Hathaway. The final entrant makes his way to the ring, and it's another masked man. Hathaway hands over the chip to the Joker, and your winner is the Joker. Everyone but the Joker unmasks, and it's Stokely's rogues gallery of wrestlers, including the Gun Club, Lee Moriarty, W. Morrissey, and Ethan Page. AEW Trios Championship Finals, The Elite, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks versus Hangman Adam Page, Alex Reynolds, and John Silver of the Dark Order. This sensational six-man series finally ends tonight as the Elite take on Hangman Adam Page and his allies in the Dark Order. The match concludes when Page goes for the buckshot lariat on Kenny Omega, who is being held by John Silver, only for the cleaner to duck out of the way. Page takes out John Silver instead, and Omega gets the cover on Silver as the Elite become inaugural Trios champions. Your winners and inaugural AEW Trios champions, the Elite. TBS Championship, Jade Cargill defends against Athena. Athena may be able to beat Jade, but she can't cope with interference from Jade's baddies, and this allows the champion to hit the Jaded and retain. Your winner and still TBS champion, Jade Cargill. Six-man tag team match, Wardlow and FTR, Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood, versus Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, with Satnam Singh and Sanjay Dutt. The outcome may be inevitable, but this trios match provides plenty of action as the heels employ triple team trickery to gain the advantage, keeping Wardlow at bay as long as possible. Even interference from Satnam Singh isn't enough, and the babyfaces get the win after Wardlow clotheslines Jay Lethal and powerbombs him into oblivion. Your winners, FTR and Wardlow. The heels show a serious shortage of sportsmanship when they attack the winners. Thankfully, Samoa Joe runs in, evening the odds. Even Dax Harwood's daughter lends a hand as she covers Sanjay Dutt in an impromptu match. AEW World Tag Team Championship, Swerve in Our Glory, Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland defend against the Acclaimed, Anthony Bowens and Max Caster. Precision teamwork by the Acclaimed helped them stay in the game despite Keith Lee's power advantage. Your winners and still champions, Swerve in Our Glory. Four-way match for the AEW Interim Women's Championship, Toni Storm versus Dr. Britt Baker with Rebel versus Jamie Hayter versus Hikaru Shida. Arguably the best four women wrestlers in AEW battle for the interim title, while AEW Women's Champion Thunder Rosa recovers from injury. This one is anyone's match for the taking, but Toni Storm makes a name for herself after delivering a tornado DDT to Dr. Baker, then Hayter. Storm covers Jamie for the 3 count. Your winner and interim AEW Women's Champion, Toni Storm. Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy with Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus chokeslams Jungle Boy on the entrance ramp, turning heel. The big man powerbombs Jungle Boy through a table as the carnage continues. The bell rings and Christian spears Jungle Boy and almost gets the win seconds into the match. A kill switch on Jungle Boy and that's it. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Christian Cage. Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho. Jericho targets the American Dragon's back while Danielson delivers strike after strike to the Wizard, going for the occasional submission hold. Both men are evenly matched, but Jericho lands a low blow without the referee catching him. Judas effect, and Jericho defeats Daniel. Your winner, Chris Jericho. 6-man tag match: Sting, Darby Allin, and Miro versus the House of Black, Aleister Black, Buddy Matthews, and Brody King. A wild brawl with Darby taking bump after bump while the heels use their size and ferocity to try to win the match. Sting surprises Malachi by spraying mist into Black's face, allowing Darby the opening to cover Malachi for the win. Your winners, Sting, Darby Allin, and Miro. AEW World Heavyweight Championship match: Jon Moxley defends against CM Punk. It's a battle of two gladiators as Punk and Moxley unleash everything in their arsenal to destroy their opponent. The two brawl in and out of the ring, but they can't get the job done. Finally, Mox locks in a bulldog choke, only for Punk to turn things around. GTS and a cover on Moxley for the pinfall win. Your winner and new AEW World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk. Punk celebrates in the ring until the lights go out. The Joker is standing on the entrance ramp and he unmasks. It's MJF. The Good. 0 Hour provides a good warm-up. Tonight's pre-show delivered 4 matches, with all but the Hook match providing entertainment for fans wavering about whether to order the show. They could have been longer, but it epitomized what all pre-shows should be, an appetizer sampler for the main course. Who is the Joker? All Out was an uneven show, but the mystery of the Joker's identity was an inspired way to start the show off on a suspenseful note. Fans love mysteries, and they're likely to tune into this week's Dynamite to try and get a clue about who Stokely Hathaway's newest recruit is. Acclaimed Level Up. Anthony Bowen's and Max Caster's title shot on a pay-per-view may have seemed a bit premature, but not after their performance tonight. Both members of the Acclaimed showed why they're more than a novelty act. They're a strong tag team with a good chance of becoming tag team champions. Sting does it again. Sting showed he can still get around in the ring, especially when he's protected in a 6-man tag match. The Stingers Trios match against the House of Black was a good way to change things up before the main event, but it was entertaining through and through. Toni Storm steps up. Toni Storm finally got a chance to secure gold around her waist, and the timing was right, especially with AEW Women's Champion Thunder Rosa out of action. And now, AEW can test her run as the interim champion to see if it can build a main event babyface to stand against its top female heel, Dr. Britt Baker. MJF is back. Although AEW didn't keep the Joker's identity a secret for long, it was good to see him back, and his association with Stokely Hathaway's crew could give MJF the outside interference he needs to pose even more of a threat to the World Championship. The Bad. Action Bronson. Nothing says Z-grade celebrity like rapper/chef Action Bronson. Wrestlelamia can't believe AEW brought Bronson in, and we certainly hope AEW doesn't pair Hook and Bronson up. Teaming the FTW champion up with a celebrity chef/rapper could be even worse than the Hook-Danhausen team. Too many matches. 15 matches are just too much. While it's good to see a promoter give the fans their money's worth, tonight's show didn't have the back-to-back strong performances AEW fans expect from a pay-per-view. Although there were some outstanding matches, this show felt like a one-match show, Punk vs. Moxley, with nothing else standing out as a must-see event. Cargill cuts it short. Were Jade Cargill and/or Athena injured? How else to explain the seriously short match between Cargill and Athena? Cargill continues to improve, and she's shown that she can work longer matches. This was not a good outing for Athena, and all but destroyed any chance of the fans wanting to see her challenge for any title. All right. Some fans may have been surprised to see AEW pull this show off, at least based on the rumors of backstage bickering and wrestlers requesting releases. Up until recently, All Out looked to be an all-out mess. Fortunately, Tony Khan scrambled to get this show together, and while it wasn't great or even excellent, it was all right. Unfortunately, all right doesn't cut it when a show costs $49.95. The downright ugly. Nothing ugly, but tonight's All Out was the first AEW pay-per-view that came up short. AEW has all the talent it needs, but tonight's show felt forced and underwhelming. The main event was far too short for a pay-per-view, while Luchasaurus' heel turn needs an explanation before it veers off into Russo country. Let's hope MJF's return re-energizes AEW as it faces stiff competition from the Triple H-led WWE. Well guys, there you have it, Wrestlemania's in-depth analysis of the 2022 edition of AEW All Out. Did you watch the show? And if so, what did you think? Be sure to leave your comments and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time for some more wrestling content.